Hi, this is Mato. In this video I will show you the game between Magnus Carlsen and Viswanathan Anand. This is game 11 from the World Chess Championship that was played in Sochi in 2014. World champion Magnus Carlsen had white pieces and he started with e4. Challenger Viswanathan Anand played e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to b5, Spanish opening, Berlin defense. Carlsen castled kingside, knight takes pawn on e4, d4, knight to d6 attacking the bishop on b5, bishop takes knight, d takes on c6, d takes on e5 attacking the knight, knight to f5 and queens are exchanged. h3, bishop to d7, knight to c3, h6, b3, king to c8, bishop to b2, and Anand played c5. b6 was seen in the game Kasparov-Kramnik, and the game continued like this: rook from a to d1, knight to e7, knight to e2, knight to g6, and black was fine. Anand played c5, rook from a to d1, b6, rook from f to e1, bishop to e6, knight to d5. Anand played g5, preventing knight to f4, c4, king to b7, king to h2, a5, a4, knight to e7, g4, knight to g6, king to g3, bishop to e7, knight to d2, rook from h to d8, knight to e4, bishop to f8, knight from e to f6. Who is better? It is about equal. Black to move. Perhaps bishop to g7 comes to mind. Or maybe c6. Anand played very interesting move in this position. b5. Carlsen played bishop to c3. If a takes on b5, then a4, and after pawn takes pawn, rook takes on a4. So, we have bishop to c3, b takes on a4, b takes on a4, king to c6, king to f3, rook from d to b8, king to e4, black to move. Anand played a very strange move in this position. Rook to b4, the exchange sacrifice. Perhaps more sensible was rook to b3, and after rook to b1, rook from a to b8, rook takes rook, rook takes rook, bishop takes pawn on a5, rook to a3, and black is okay. Let's go back to our game. Anand played rook to b4, bishop takes rook, and now c takes on b4. Perhaps better was a takes on b4, and the white pawn on a file is a target. We have c takes on b4, knight to h5, intending f4, king to b7, f4, g takes on f4, knight from h takes on f4, knight takes knight, knight takes knight, bishop takes on c4, rook to d7, invading the 7th rank. Perhaps next move could be rook to c1 and then rook takes pawn on c7, rook to a6, knight to d5, threatening rook takes pawn on c7. Also the knight is cutting communication between bishop and the pawn on f7. rook to c6. Bishop takes knight on d5 is not better. Then king takes on d5, and this would be winning for white. We have rook to c6. Rook takes pawn on f7, attacking the bishop. Bishop to c5. White to move. How would you continue in this position if you had white pieces? Carlsen capture the pawn on c7. Wow. It took Carlsen 3 minutes to decide to go for this variation. Rook takes rook. Knight takes rook. And now, not king takes knight. King to c6. Doesn't look good, does it? If king takes knight, then rook to c1, winning one of the bishops. For example, after king to c6, rook takes on c4. King to c6, knight to b5, bishop takes knight, pawn takes bishop check, king takes pawn. The end game. White rook against black bishop. Bishop is not a match. Additionally, white king is better placed than black king. Carlsen played e6, b3, king to d3, bishop to e7, preventing e7, h4, a4. Well, bishop takes pawn on h4 is out of question because of e7. So we have a4, g5, h takes on g5, h takes on g5, a3. White to move. White played the move and black resigned. What is the move? Carlsen played king to c3 and Anand resigned. If bishop to b4 check, king takes pawn on b3, and after bishop takes rook, e7, and black needs a rocket launcher to get the pawn. What else? If b2, then g6, and now if, for example, bishop to f6, then king to b3, and if king to c6, king to a2, king to d6, and now both e7 and g7 are winning. For example, if e7, then bishop takes pawn on e7, g7, bishop to f6, and pawn is promoted to queen. And what else? If king goes to c6, then king to c2, after bishop to f6, e7, bishop takes pawn, rook takes bishop, and we can stop here. So the World Chess Championship in Sochi finished in a win for Magnus Carlsen, 6.5 to 4.5 against his challenger Viswanathan Anand. There is no need to play round 12. What do you think of this game? What do you think of this match? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess, and bye for now.